Wanted to update you guys. I know you probably saw, but Kirk's surgery went very well this morning. He's I don't know if he's back home yet or not, but had a chance to text with him a little bit. He's doing really well, and compliments to all the doctors over there and everybody responsible for helping to get him fixed up. So we'll like we've done with some of our players that have had some significant injuries, as an organization, we'll wrap our arms around him, have great resources that hopefully we can get his recovery going pretty quickly here. I know he wants to get back in the quarterback room and get back with his teammates when the time's right. So look forward to that. Heading down to Atlanta this week. Really good young football team that they fly around. I mean, the speed of their team is evident all over the tape. Playmakers on offense, defensively they've got a really well built defense. Got a chance to get to know Ryan Nielsen a little bit last offseason and just think the world of them. A ton of respect schematically how they're playing, and then really Arthur running the whole show there does a tremendous job, and he's always been somebody I've looked at as a guy who does it the right way. So heck of a challenge for our team. We got to have a really good week of preparation and continue the momentum that we've been able to capture here as of late.
Kevin, your philosophy in starting your 0-3 now has been very sort of optimistic. I guess where was that forged for you as a coach to take that approach, or is that just kind of who you've always been?
Yeah, I've just always kind of looked at any time adversity hits either individually or collectively to a team, really in any facet of life. I've always viewed it as an opportunity for growth. I challenge our team all the time when adversity hits. The number one goal should be having a priority to be the best version of yourself, for no other reason than for your teammates, for the mentality and the goals that you talk about. And I think the important thing sometimes is centering your focus on what's important, what's in the moment, the things you can control. And then just little by little, it's amazing. Just all gains are gains when you start talking about coming back from 33-0 in a game. All completions matter, all plays matter, regardless of how big they may be. And I think that's a great example of kind of when you dig yourself in a hole. Sometimes you got to be willing to do some things at the best of your capabilities, be at your best when it's required. And if you got enough guys doing that, and we've got a building full of it here, really on and off the field, that helps us, push forward to do that.
What advice can you give?
How do you simplify an offensive game plan without making it too vanilla? Because obviously Jaren's not going to be able to do all the things that Kirk does.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of, how do we want to play the game? What do we think it's going to take to win the game? And then working backwards from there. Philosophically, the type of things you want to see from your team, and then you get to your offense and you get down to plays and things like that. But to me, it's about execution. It's about doing the little things right around Jaren, allowing him to feel like he's in a position where he could just go out and do his job that he's been coached to do, and then we kind of frame what that job looks like based upon the responsibilities at the line of scrimmage or some of the things that he's been preparing week in and week out, really since he arrived here for this moment. So it's going to seem like we're getting him ready to, for his first start, but I really look at it as if we've been doing our jobs. He's been getting ready for this for a while, just not knowing when that time would come.
What kind of advice can you give Jaren from your own playing career when you first got on the field in terms of knowing the appropriate amount of importance to give in a big picture career standpoint of that first start?
Yeah, I've already talked with him about it, that the last thing he needs to be thinking about is, what does this mean? Yeah. Where's my career going to go from here? This is about making sure I call the play right, break the huddle, and do my job, whether it's a run or pass on the first play of the game. This is about making sure he has the best possible Wednesday that he can have. Go to bed tonight, knowing that he's going to sleep well because he's slowly but surely, systematically throughout the week earning the right to show up, in Atlanta on Sunday and have confidence to just go do what he's prepared to do. And thinking about anything big picture, that would be incredibly wrong in my opinion. So we've talked about that. And then just from my own experiences, I remember feeling like I had to win the game on every play sometimes. And maybe because you were fighting for a job, maybe because you felt like you were stepping in a role where you needed to show what you could do. It's about doing your job every single play. And I really wish, my own perspective on it is the times that I did that, good things happened collectively for the unit I was with. And the times that I didn't, very rarely did good things end up happening. So the big picture thoughts, all he's got to do is worry about, his singular focus on getting prepared to play this game this week, and then one play at a time.
Did you get caught up in the big picture as a player?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's probably the one thing looking back on it, Kevin, that I wish, and I did have people tell me that, but I wish they would have made me tattoo it right here on my arm. So that I could be reminded of it every day.
Do you expect Josh to be ready, capable of being back up on Sunday, or is he going to need more time than that?
No, I think the goal as of right now is to get him to a place where, the game plan that we'll have for our offense is one thing, and then, with where he's at by the end of the week, using every moment, every minute we have to get him prepared. He doesn't need to have the whole call sheet. He doesn't need to have the whole plan. He just needs to have his plan. If he were to go in the football game. So having kind of done some of this stuff before with some guys, I think that's very, very much possible. We always have, Sean Mannion, who's, as prepared as any quarterback I've ever been around. This guy's going to be an unbelievable coach one day. It's because of his preparation and being ready when called upon. So if we had to go that route, I would have a ton of confidence in Sean to be up and available. But as of right now, I'd really like to get Josh ready. And what that looks like will be determined by how the week goes.
When you look at their defense, what kind of pressure team are they defensively, and do you expect that to just be ramped up through the roof?
Yeah, when they call pressures, they're incredibly effective. They've got some really, really good players. Some guys have been doing it in a long time in this league. They've got some other young players that pop right off the tape just with burst, athleticism, explosiveness. I think their secondary is one of the better secondaries in football. I really do. The way they play, too, very physical, kind of a hands-on mindset through the whole down sometimes. But the ability to be physical at the line of scrimmage is a challenge. We've seen some of that this year and had some effective plays against it. Other times we've had some real coachable moments off of some of those looks we've gotten. So between the pressure and how it ties together with the back end and some really good safety play, really good corner play, it's going to be a real challenge for us offensively. We know that.
Last 2 minutes.
Kevin, for you as a play caller, you've talked so much about Kirk being an extension of you and the relationship you have with him. What is this going to be like to have a different quarterback on the other end of the headset for you?
Yeah, look, it's going to be an adjustment just because although Kirk doesn't have the technological capabilities to talk back to me during the game, a lot of times I know what he's saying. A lot of times I know what he's thinking. A lot of times our conversations, over a long period of time leading into that moment kind of have helped us. So it's going to be different. I've tried to spend a lot of time with Jaren, not just this week, but since he's arrived here, just to learn more about him. I was watching him real closely the other day when he went in the football game, how he came off, how he was on the sidelines, getting some great feedback from the other guys in the huddle with him. All of that information led me to believe Jaren's ready for this moment. We got a lot of confidence in him, and we've got a long way to go before Sunday, so we've got to use every moment we can to get him up to speed and confident so he can go out there and play fast.
Last one.
No, I think that's a great point, Alec. I think you just want to know, the 10,000-hour rule. He spent a long time playing the quarterback position. What can we pull from, or maybe more importantly, what can he pull from to still execute our offense in a way, but be able to use the previous experiences that he's had playing at a high level to help him on Sunday. No different. I think we've had conversations a little bit about Kirk and all the offenses he's been in. He's got the ability to really connect a lot of dots to a lot of different offenses. But what Kirk's done an unbelievable job of is taking that experience and using it in a way that made it our offense here and what we schematically try to do, fundamentally we try to do. You're not going to be able to do all that in a week with Jaren, but absolutely between how well Chris O'Hara and Greg Udinsky and Wes Phillips know Jaren. I feel like we can put together a good game plan that maybe lets him do that without having to think about it all that much. But at the same time, when the ball gets kicked off and he runs out there for the first series, it's time to just go play. And hopefully we've earned the right for him to go together, working together. We've earned the right for him to go play with a quieted mind and have confidence.